So as you can see, we got YouTube going on, and this is Bam's channel, Bam the Petrol Head. If you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
Go subscribe.
And I've also got my own YouTube channel as well, JT Automotive. So you guys make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel, please, as well. That helps me out a lot.
JT Automotive,
JT Automotive. Make sure you guys subscribe. But yeah.
Yes, my people, thanks for tuning in on today's episode with Bam the Petrol Head. And on today's episode, we've got something crazy for you guys. One of my personal favorite cars, the beautiful BMW M3. This one here has been straight piped. It's very subtle but very dangerous, guys. Stage 2'd. He has done a few cheeky mods on this one, guys. And as I said, this is one of my favorite. So if you see me riding in this next year, don't be surprised, because this got a soft spot in my heart, guys. Stay tuned in. He's going to tell us lots more about it, and I hope you all enjoy this episode.
Yes, people, my name's Jermaine. This is my beautiful E92 M3. The colour is finished in Moonstone Metallic, which is an individual colour. It's one of about 30, I believe, in the UK. When I got the car, it was completely stock. It had literally nothing on it. It's literally just a plain car. I've done some subtle mods to it that are to my taste. I still have a long way to go, but so far it's getting there at the moment. So yeah, like Bam said, like, the car's straight piped at the moment. It's got stage 2 on it. And yeah, subtle mods. I guess we'll go around the car and show you those things as well. But yeah, man, what made me go for this car during lockdown, I think we all had a lot of time to spend on YouTube. So there was one in particular YouTuber that I was loving that had an E92 M3. His was straight piped, and from the sound alone, I just fell in love. This was one of them cars that was my dream car growing up. Like, I never ever really thought that I'd own it until I was a lot older, and luckily during lockdown I was able to save enough money to buy it. So like, this is literally like my dream car. If you ask me, it's not a Lambo or anything like that. This is it right here. So I'm happy to own this at the moment. And yeah, like I said, I got a long way to go with it in terms of modifications, but at the moment it's doing me really well, and I'm really happy with the way that it's turning out. So yeah, I guess it's a slow build. It's a slow build at the moment. It's a slow but beautiful build.
Thank you, I'm sure every one of my YouTubers is happy for you as well, because this is an amazing dream car, guy.
It is, man. It is.
I'm a BMW guy myself, and I love it, bro. Yeah, the color is absolutely perfect.
Bro, the color is literally so unique. I didn't even know what the color was before, and a lot of people, when they see it, they don't really know what it is. It's quite similar to the Silverstone, which the color is based off of, but like in different lights, as you can see. Like, some bits look gold and bronze, and then some bits are like a flat boost. Sometimes it looks white as well. It's like a bit nardo. Like, it's very random. So like, yeah, color wise it's really nice. I thought about wrapping it, but it's just such a unique color.
No way.
Might as well keep it the same for a little while at least. So yeah, man. So one of the main things that made me go for this car is just how much more aggressive it looks than the normal, like, standard E92s. Obviously, the M3s come with like the raised bonnet humps. You get the 2 hood vents as well, which the previous owner changed to black. I think it was like body colored before. He changed the front grills to like the M4 double slat ones as well. You don't get fog lights. You get like the intakes for the brakes as well. And obviously with the wing mirrors, they've got just kind of like them fins that just make it look a lot more aggressive. So I think, like, front end wise, like, you look at this in comparison to a normal E92, and just the front stance of it is just well more aggressive. So for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, I wanted a 335i, but this just looks amazing.
Yes, guys, so right now we're under the engine bay of that beautiful V8 right now, and he's going to tell us a bit more about some of the mods he's done for this then.
So like Bam said, the V8, this is one of the last naturally aspirated ones that BMW ever made, and that's kind of why everybody loves it so much. That's kind of what drew me to it as well. But yeah, so I've done very minor mods. I don't know if you guys can see, there's like a little bit of blue piping over here. That's just for a valve. So I've got a valved back box at the back that was made by Artec Auto Design in St. Albans. It's got a stage 2 map on it as well. So my map is switchable, but at the moment I'm running a stage 2 burble map. It's a super burble map, so you'll hear it when we go for a drive. It's absolutely stupid. I think the young people like me love it, but for other people it's not to their taste. But otherwise, engine wise, I've not actually done anything else. There is a GTS map that I'm looking at, which is the gearbox map. Makes the shifts a lot quicker and a lot more responsive, so I definitely will be doing that in the next month or so. But yeah, otherwise just normal maintenance and servicing that I've been doing on it, and everything else underneath the engine base pretty much stock. Some people do like the carbon plenum and the air intake and stuff like that, but that's too much piece for me, bro. That's way too much.
Cheap and simple,
yeah, cheap and simple. I just do the stuff I like, man.
Come on.
Yeah, man. otherwise, out of the factory, this car comes with about 420 brake horsepower stock, about 400 Newton meters, which is about 300 and just under 300 pound-feet of torque. But like I said, I've done it stage 2, so should be running about 450 or maybe just under 450. I've never dynoed the car, so I don't actually know, but that's brake horsepower, roughly about 450. And to support that, obviously it's a naturally aspirated engine, so you don't really get too much out of it when you're doing the mapping. But obviously I've got the primary cats out, secondary cats out, resonators out, and I've got a hollow back box as well, so that should add a little bit of power. So yeah, I'm thinking it should be pushing about 450 brake horsepower now. But otherwise, yeah, I think you don't really get too much in terms of torque out of mapping it. But yeah, at some point I definitely will dyno it. Hopefully Bam will come along as well. We'll get that on video, definitely, so you can hear it and see it as well in the dyno room. So,
and I was gonna say, you know, with the 450 brake horsepower, how is that like handling on the road? Obviously it's rear wheel drive.
Bro, you know what, I'll tell you a story. When I first got the car, I drove it back in traffic. It was like maybe around 4 o'clock, so school kids had finished. So I got home and there's like a long straight road by my house, so I decided to just put it in M mode, press the M button. The previous one had set it up to MDM, which is like kind of half playful traction on and off.
Okay.
So literally I floored it, and bruv, the car just went fishtail one way, fishtail the other way. The third time after that, I was like, bro, if I don't catch it now, I'm writing off the car. I've not even owned it for an hour. But yeah, I would say like I've mapped it literally like maybe 2 weeks straight after I got it, so I don't really remember what it felt like stock. But I mean, with the power now, especially in England, like it's so wet and slippery on the road. So I've got like some fat boy tires at the back of there, 295s in the rear, so they're quite wide. And even then, like literally, if traction control's off a little bit, you're swaying. So the good thing about it is the car will kind of let you know when it's about to go a bit wild. So you got time to control it a little bit. But I'll be honest, it's scary. Like until you get used to it, it's very scary. I feel like I've had a car for about nearly a year and a half now, and only recently I've been getting used to driving with it, like with traction kind of like half off in MDM. Before I never really used to do it when it was wet or cold, but now I'm kind of understanding it a little bit more. So soon you see me with traction off, might be doing donuts with Bam, you never know.
Yeah, get ready, you have to tame that.
Yeah, literally bro, you have to tame it. Like, it's just one of those. It's naturally aspirated, so you put your foot on the throttle and it just goes as soon as you want it to go. There's no turbo to kind of like build up or anything. It's just straight and instant. So yeah, it's scary, but like you get used to it. It's quite a comfortable drive. Like it makes you, it's confidence inspiring. Yeah, very.
It's a driver's car.
Definitely. So yeah, just to add to the aggressive stance of the car, like I said about the arches, I recently lowered the car and I also got these wheels. These are Ispiri ISR 10s, I believe. And yeah, I lowered it with some Volkman springs, and as you can see, you can barely get like a finger or two underneath the arch gap. But yeah, and I also got these floating center caps with it as well, so those are quite baller, like a Rolls Royce. But yeah, these wheels, they're 10.5J at the rear, so I don't need to run any spaces. Literally it's tucked right in there. Anything wider would have just started rubbing and stuff. The fronts are 9.5J. But yeah, I really love these. They're like the competition wheels, but they're just that little bit different. I've not seen these on another M3, and definitely not one that looked this good as well. So yeah, man, I love the way the car sits now. I think it looks amazing. Like I said, I'll put on the side skirts at some point as well, but yeah, so far so good. The subtle mods, they're working, they're going.
I do love that. That's a nice little touch.
Thank you, bro, thank you. So like I said, at the moment, I've only done a few subtle mods. I think one of the first things I did was I bought these LCI tail lights. It's a pre-LCI car, got the LCI tail lights. Then I did the rear diffuser. It's a carbon rear diffuser. I don't actually know what the name of it is. But yeah, and then obviously I've got the valve back box at the back, which is, yeah, it looks quite standard from the rear. But yeah, obviously because it's straight pipe, they get really black. So I polish them like every time I wash the car, but they get filthy straight away. But yeah, otherwise in the rear, that's pretty much all it is. I'm gonna probably put a carbon lip spoiler on it as well, just to match it, something that's a little bit more high kick. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for however far the rear goes. That's probably all I'll do to it. So as much as I love the engine and the sound of the car and anything, I think one of the best and my favorite mods that I did to the car was updating the iDrive to this Android screen. So as you can see, we've got YouTube going on, and this is Bam's channel, Bam the Petrol Head. If you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
Go subscribe.
And I've also got my own YouTube channel as well, JT Automotive. So you guys make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel, please, as well. That helps me out a lot.
JT Automotive,
JT Automotive, make sure you guys subscribe. But yeah, man, the car didn't come with like one of them features where I can like stream my music to it through Bluetooth, so I had to have an aux in the glove box and everything, and it was just annoying, so I had to do this. But obviously I've got like my sat nav on here, I can put like my TomTom on here, I can put stream it from my phone and it goes straight on there. What else can I do? Like literally the Bluetooth music and stuff like that. You can plug stuff into the OBD to see like your oil temperatures, water temperatures and everything. Obviously it's an Android screen, it's not stock, but it works like stock. It works with the controller, which I'm scrolling now, just as standard. You can download the internet browser. I've got like Amazon Prime, I can watch movies in here and stuff like that. Zello, we use that as a walkie-talkie app when we're driving with the boys. I literally just hit the call button, talk to them, let go of it, and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's probably one of the best features that I've added to the car. Just because it's just added simplicity and it's just a lot more convenient. It's an essential for E92 if you've got like one of the older iDrives.
And you forgot the main feature on this.
What's that?
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill, bro.
Netflix and chill in the car.
Listen,
In the car.
The park car conversations are going to be hitting different with that one. So.
Different.
Yeah, man.
Bare McDonald's.
Bare McDonald's, bro. Bare McDonald's, fam. I'm sitting here, I watch any of the shows that I'm catching up on Netflix, Amazon Prime. Literally, you can download absolutely anything you can download on an Android phone or whatever. It works on here. You can stream your phone onto it. So, yeah, man, it's hard. I proper rate it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro, man. That straight pipe, it sounds amazing.
It's stupid loud, I know.
It's so loud. But it's good loud though, because it sounds like there's something there.
Yeah. It's not one of them scatty, annoying loud noises, yeah. And like I said, obviously it's got that super burble, so when I let off, it's like an F80, it just keeps going, has a mad overrun. But you know what it is? The DCT box with me, bro. The DCT box, like the downshifts are just mad quick. So like down in, like if you're going fast enough, you downshift from like 5th all the way down and stuff. Like tunnels and everything, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. That's what sold it to me for real. Like honestly, I was watching videos on YouTube and I'm just like, man, they're just downshifting the car. I'm like, bro, this car sounds epic.
And it's a solid car as well. Like even with, you say the gearbox and everything like that.
Yeah. You know what it is? For a performance car, I would have never expected it to be this reliable. I would have thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to replace, literally touch wood as I'm saying this. But I would have thought I would have had to replace like so much stuff, you know what I mean? But so far, as considering all the stuff that I've done to it, everything's been perfect.
Literally, the whole road looks at you when you drive.
Bro, the sound of this car pisses people off, bro.
I'm telling you.
When I go for my little drives, I go to Hertfordshire, you just see all them old people, they hate me. They hate me. But like I said, obviously the car's got a valve. Let's make this corner and I'll close the valve so you guys can hear the difference. So, this is us cruising second gear, closing the valve.
Oh, it's close, yeah. That's
it. It sounds gone, bro.
It sounds gone.
It sounds stock.
It sounds stock.
It sounds stock. And then back open.
Oh, this is so fun to know. I bet it puts a smile on your face.
You know what it is? I put these extended paddles on it as well, so you're banging gears. I feel like DMO.
Yeah. The way you feel like you're in the Honda.
Yeah, literally just banging it, bro. It's amazing.
Oh, I love this stuff.
Yeah, man.
It is proper though. And as I said, the colour as well. So it's, even though people do look, it is a looker, the colour gives it away. As in, like, everyone loves the colour of it as well.
I think all in all, everything about the car at the moment, like I said, I'm trying to keep it subtle, but it's quite loud at the same time. Again, I'm a detailer, so I keep my car fairly clean. But then obviously as well with the exhaust, especially in town, like where everything, the acoustics of it just sound crazy. The downshifts, bro. If I'm driving past like a bus stop or something, everybody's looking.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody's looking. First day I got the car, I had like 2 people on my little 30-minute drive home. 2 people pulling up to me like, bro, I love the colour of your car. Your car looks sick. Like, this is my dream car. And I'm just like, bro, that's me as well. Like, yeah, literally, I'm just like, bro, you don't say this to me. I can't even believe it. I hadn't even taken it in yet. Like, even the drive home again, I drove home like rush hour, school kids had finished. So I didn't really get to enjoy the car on the drive home. And it was just that moment when I got home and like I said, I floored it. And I had that little scary moment, bro. Like, that was when it really sunk in. I was like, bro, I own it M3, fam.
I made the right choice.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, so the car's tuned by a company in America called Alpine MSS, Alpine Motorsports, I should say. This is my second tune on the car. I did have it by a UK tuner before, which I won't mention. The one thing I would say about my previous map is the pops and bangs. Like when it used to go bang, bro, it was nuts. Like it was one of the loudest stuff. Like I don't think any E92 M3 could touch it. It was stupid loud. Like when it used to go bang, it sounded like a bomb went off, bro. But like I just felt like that tune wasn't really the one for my car, so I went with.
Was it like too much? Would you think?
Again, for me, I like the scatty, bro. Like that's what I'm here for. But I just don't feel like it used to put too much fuel in the car. So it used to do this thing after the bangs. It just used to like kind of like
obviously.
And he used to over rev a little bit. So my tuner, he was gonna like kind of like redo the file for me, but he's just too busy at the time, and I'm an impatient person.
So you just wanted to just you know, try somewhere else?
Yeah, literally. So I went with Alpine Motorsports in America. There's a guy called Alex that tunes the car, and his thing is proper straightforward. He sends you a cable, he sends you like the app that you need, and you put it all into the OBD port on a laptop. So obviously you can read your stock file. Takes like 35 minutes, and the difference between that and the UK tuners, I would say, is when they were reading my files before, it was taking like maybe like 2-3 hours, bro. I'm standing out in the cold having man read my car, and it was just a myth. But this one was like 35 minutes, and then to load the file itself was like maybe like 5 to 7 minutes to load the file.
So it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, literally. And I'm paying this money, and I can like basically like I can have like, I think it's 6 different files. So like I can have like a stage 1, a stage 2, one with like a little bit of burbles, ones with like maximum burbles kind of thing, like top speed limit removal. Like the list is endless, you know what I mean? So yeah, I had all these options with the tune that I had, and honestly I can't fault it whatsoever.
Definitely can't fault it. It sounds amazing.
Bro, do you know what it is?
It drives amazing as well. Even with the pop and bangs, it's not like it's too much.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you can actually just turn it off and let you do that.
Yeah, literally,
like a normal car.
literally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one thing I'll say about it as well. Like the drivability of it hasn't necessarily changed. Obviously, like I'm sure if you know much about burble maps and stuff like that, maps that flame, it does make the car just that little bit more less refined, like a little bit more uncomfortable than normal, like maybe like a little bit more jerky. But this, I can't really fault it at all. Like it does everything that it's supposed to do. It drives really nice, and again, I've got like the options of having like other maps as well. Like if I put my normal stage 2 on it without the burbles, it feels like stock, honestly. So yeah, I can't complain about it at all.
Now this is a madness. I'm loving this, man. Lovely, bro. I love it.
Obviously, if my mum's in the car, she's probably not going to be the biggest fan of me having like the burbles and stuff. Yeah, my mum's like, she's an African auntie, she don't even like speed, bro. If I'm doing the speed limit, it's too fast for her.
I know all about that, trust me.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, the car grips and handles, it does its thing.
It's a fly, isn't it?
Yeah, literally, bro. And just that, the burble just goes. And then you,
endless burble.
Bro, and then you do a downshift. It's just stupid, bro.
It's stupid. I love it.
Stupid.
Okay, my bro, so obviously this car's amazing, but where do you see yourself going in the future? What's your future mods to do with it?
So to be fair, again, like I said, this is my dream car. I love to keep this car for as long as possible.
Why not?
Honestly,
Why
if
not?
I can keep it forever, honestly, I really will.
Oh, you definitely should.
But like I said, when I first got the car, I think I had it stock for maybe about a week and a half or 2 weeks or something, and then it straight went stage 2. I had the burble mat and all of that stuff, and did a straight pipe on the same day as well. So for me, that was the main thing. I wanted the sound. I wanted it to sound amazing. So I feel like I'm complete in that sense. But I think everything else is probably just going to be more like aesthetic. So obviously there's a few more carbon bits I want to do. I've got some side skirts at home that I need to put on. I want to change the headlights and get like kind of like a bit more flat bottom. So I'm not going to make it tacky, but just kind of like the newer gen Beamers. Like they got like, you know, the flat bottom LEDs, and they're a lot more brighter than the ones that I have on now. So I'll probably do that as well. Get a front splitter as well. I haven't done a front splitter yet because after I lowered the car, I wanted to see how the car would ride, and at the moment it is scraping a bit. So I kind of need to take time a bit and just kind of, you know, go a bit slower over the humps, because before I could fly over them and it was fine.
But now it's not.
Yeah, so I'd say more carbon, do the headlights. I'll probably, so as amazing as the color is, I really want to wrap the car. Like I want it, I want it to be just like a standout-ish car. Like, I mean, the color's amazing as it is, but I want something really loud to match the exhaust.
Guys, let us know in the comments if you think he should wrap it, because I don't think he should.
And if you think I should wrap it, give me some color ideas, because I don't know what I'll do. I've gone through like a phase of like 10 different colors, and the color that I'm thinking now is a very kind of like questionable color. Like a lot of people might judge it. I'm not even gonna say it, because when I do it, I want everyone to see it. I might tell you off camera, but if and when I do it, I want everyone to see it. It would be, it's not something you would expect. But yeah, I'd say like I'll wrap it, obviously tint the car, and that's pretty much about it. In the interior, I'd probably leave the interior alone. I did an Android head unit in the interior, which is like the best. It's probably the best mod I've done, because obviously I like the look of the outside, I like the sound, but practicality wise, I've got like my TomTom on the screen. I can play my music, it's got CarPlay and everything. I can watch YouTube when I'm sitting in the car park eating McDonald's. So Like, I think that is probably one of the best mods, like logical mods to do to the car. So yeah, man. Otherwise, I think I'd probably keep everything else the same. Definitely not going to supercharge it.
You don't want to. You don't want to change too much things.
Yeah,
at
man.
the end of the day, this is going to be a great classic.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? This is going to be one of the best.
Exactly. I've seen a lot of people moan about like supercharging and how much more maintenance it is, and I just feel like for the money, which I definitely can't afford, honestly, I'd probably
really fast enough as well. And
exactly.
It sounds amazing, so it's not like it's gonna. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I think if I was gonna supercharge it, I might as well just sell the car and buy like an F80 M3 or something like that. To be honest, man. But yeah, as we're talking, we've got like this amazing coloured, like it's like a purpley blue C63S in front of us. I've actually driven one of those cars twice on a track. And they're an amazing car to drive, but
it's just too smooth.
Literally, that is the perfect way to describe it. It's too smooth.
That's how Mercedes are. I'm a BMW guy. I like to be scared when I'm driving.
Literally. I think the sound of this and the way the gearbox is and everything, it puts a bit of fear into you, and you feel a lot more connected to the road. So when I was driving that C63, when you feel like you're losing traction, kind of thing. Again, it's a luxury car, and don't get me wrong, the AMG is amazing, fam. It was amazingly quick. Launch control, launch control was stupid, but you don't feel as connected to the road as you do, and that was on a track. I'm driving this car on UK roads, on country roads, and I can feel everything that it's doing. The suspension was just a bit, everything was just too soft, too smooth, too refined for me. Yeah, man.
So, bro, I was gonna ask you, like, obviously this is an amazing car. It's got so many pros. Like, I can only think of one con when it comes to this car, which would be petrol, obviously. But obviously, it's miles per gallon. Everybody knows that.
You know what it is? It's 100% miles per gallon. But you know what? Everybody warned me before I got this car. It was just kind of one of them ones where it's like, my friend was like, it's a pound a mile. I was like, bro, no car's a pound a mile, bro. Like, this ain't no Ferrari F150 or something. You know what I mean? Does drink, like I'd say, like right now I'm averaging 14.3 miles per gallon, which is disgusting, bro. I came from a 320D, a 2-litre diesel, so when I first started, bro, at the time obviously I had a little bit of money, and I was like, just filling it up, bro, literally, like this, like the petrol does burn a hole in your pocket, but otherwise, that being said, obviously you know what you're what you're getting into when you buy this car. Like maintenance wise, it's like a stock car, bro. Like obviously it's got 8 spark plugs, like it's £100 for the spark plugs or something, but oil, it's just like the price of normal oil and stuff. Air filters, similar price of normal stuff. Like maintenance on it, you literally service it like you service a normal car pretty much.
So it's not too much to look after. It's just
not at all.
That's
not at all. I've not had, like, touch wood again, but nothing's gone wrong with this car so far, or at all, to be fair, that I've ever had to like spend money on or whatever. Obviously, actually no, that's a lie. My throttle actuators went, but luckily the person who owned the car before me, they do go like at certain mileage or whatever, and they'd had it done, and they had a lifetime warranty on it. So I found the paperwork in my books and stuff, and I got it replaced, and it was calm. So like that was okay. But yeah, I would say that there's not actually any cons. I would say, again, all the cons are stuff that I've done to it. So I've straight packed the car. Obviously sometimes like I might like park next to my neighbour's car and it sets off an alarm or something.
Oh, you can always just put it down.
Do you know what it is? The vibrations of the straight pipe. The car alarms go off when I close the valve because it's trying to suppress everything. I've got no resonators as well. So, and it's not like it's like one of them refined Armitrix or a Valvetronic one. It's just kind of like cheap and does the job. So it vibrates a lot. And that will set off a car alarm. But otherwise, like, it's actually, this is my 5th exhaust, by the way. Like,
wow.
I've tried to do like, bro, I've tried to do so many things to kind of make it like work to exactly how I want. And on the 9th of this month, I'm gonna have my 6th one. So my back box is getting completely redone. I'm only doing that because I want it to be like a bit more even when it comes to like shooting flames and stuff. It's kind of a bit one-sided. So Artec are gonna sort me out with that. And yeah, like I'll definitely say, it will be a lot more balanced and stuff. And the flames, because the other day I went for a drive literally around here, and I had like a 15-second flame coming out of the car, out of the back, but I was on one side. And as bad as it looked, I was like, I want it on both sides, bro. So yeah, like I'm having my 6th exhaust done, and this is me done. After that, I'm done with it. Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time, bro. Until next time.
Yeah, man. It sounds so good, doesn't it? It's just It's just the V8. Just
bro, I wish the road was clear so I could take you for a proper drive. Don't worry, I wouldn't kill you or nothing, but I'd love to take you for a proper drive because that's when this car comes into its element, bro. Like when I'm out at night by myself and I'm able to like hit these twisty roads. I went to Wales with my friends and fam, it proper made me fall in love with the car, bruv. Because in London you drive it like you're sitting in front of a van right now, like we are, and you can't really get much out of it. But you hit the M button and bruv, the gearbox paired with the engine, the sound. Bro, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Yes, my people. Thanks for watching today's episode with Bam the Petrol Head, and big shout out to JT for coming on the show, guys. This M3, that V8, that exhaust is crazy. He's already been through 5 exhausts, guys, so you know he's not joking. He's not joking, guys. Like literally, this is one of my dream cars, and I love being in it. That straight pipe is crazy. So big shout out to him. I'll leave it to him to give you some words.
Well, bro, thank you very much for having me on the channel. Anyway, I appreciate it. It was a fun day. All I'll say is make sure you guys subscribe to my channel as well. It's JT Automotive on YouTube and stuff about the M3 and other cars and detailing, all that kind of stuff. And then my Instagram is JT Automotive, so subscribe to me and follow my Instagram as well, please.
Come on, guys, you heard him. Subscribe to him. I'll leave all the links below, and I hope you all enjoy today's episode. Thanks for watching Bam the Petrol Head, guys.
Hey, Viola.